Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to How to Become an Animator. I'm Sir Wade and today we are talking 11 different ways to become a better animator this summer. Or anytime really if you're watching this after summer, but whatever. Because for a lot of you, summer means less classwork or no school, or for those of you who you don't have school and it just means it's hotter. But either way, hopefully these tips will be helpful for you. So let's jump into it. Number one, we'll start off basic and we'll go from there. Watch some great movies, watch some great TV shows, binge watch stuff, play video games, just absorb content. This is a time where you can say this is research, this is homework, this is reference, this is whatever it needs to be. It's not wasting time. It's useful to you to absorb these things, to get inspired, and hopefully learn something from all the awesome content that's out there. Lots of you probably do this to procrastinate anyway, but I'm giving you permission to do it for a purpose. And it shouldn't just be animation, it should be anything. Live action, animation, visual effects, doesn't matter. Absorb content. Now number two is for animation. Find some great animation, some clips that you love, some game cinematics or movie clips or whatever, and frame through it. Put it into a website that lets you go frame by frame and just analyze, just watch and observe. And this will help you to be able to improve your eye. As you frame through different animations, you will notice more and more things the more you do it, so start framing through and just observe. Number three, we're starting to get into it, especially if summer means you have less work to do. Take this as an opportunity to start doing daily challenges, just small, manageable, bite-sized things that you can accomplish in a day in just a couple of hours. Whether this is a daily pose in Maya, just doing one pose, not a whole animation. There are even accounts like Beeple over on Instagram, some of you might know that one. It's just daily renders in like Cinema 4D and different 3D programs, and they make really cool stuff. But you don't have to make anything that crazy, just do something, accomplish something in a day every day. Even if you just do the same exercise every day for a week, you do a walk cycle for 7 days and you just see how much faster you get over the course of those 7 days. And then to keep it interesting, switch it up for week 2. Number 4 is to take it a step further and do a daily tutorial, at least one tutorial every day, especially if you're trying to learn a new tool. If you're trying to learn After Effects or Maya or something, follow any tutorial and just do that for a while. That's how I learned After Effects in the summer when I was in college. I just did tutorials every day for about a month until I knew enough of the effects and tools and enough of what was in the software to then go and just experiment and play around and make stuff that I wanted to make. It's a great way to get started, to learn something new, or just to keep those creative muscles warm. Now, if you need more structure than a tutorial and you want something really special to do with your summer, to make it memorable, to make it worthwhile, take a class or attend a workshop, some kind of an animation event, or whatever discipline it is you're looking for. If you're looking for any recommendations, I recommend the Animation Collaborative's Summer Epic Intensive. You guys saw my video hopefully on the winter one where it was like 7 days of just straight animation instruction, and it was one of the best animation networking and learning experiences I've ever been to. They took all the feedback from that and they've now created a 9-day workshop with a day in the middle just to explore Vancouver, because the whole thing's up at Vancouver Film School, which is not a far trip for a lot of us. And even if you're super far away, it is 100% worth it. I already went to the winter one and I'm probably gonna go to the summer one again just because it was that good. So if you're looking for a great way to level up your skills to get hired to a job, or if you want an opportunity to network with the right people or even just make friends who are interested in the same things as you, this is the perfect type of thing to go to. So I'm putting a link to this specific class in the description if you're interested in checking it out. Sign up quickly before the spots fill up. I would try to get your spot signed up before mid-July or something, so definitely sign up for that. By the way, if you are gonna go to that and you're not local, I will make a group in the Discord for anyone who does sign up so that people can organize, hotels and that kind of stuff, and you can save money and, room together. Number 6 is actually a tip I learned from a summer workshop I took a couple of years ago. This was from a Pixar animator. They were talking about Ratatouille and how when they were doing reference and research for Ratatouille, they would take these videos of rats and then their character rigs and they would copy exactly one-to-one the reference to the animation, and they would do exactly what the rats were doing, just as a technical exercise. This is not something you'd want to put on your reel, but if you go find clips of a cat or a dog or a horse or something that you can get a rig comparable to, copy exactly what you see. This is a chance to turn off your brain, to not have to do much creative thinking, but just to trace the animation, which is going to give you little things when you're like, oh, I have to do this thing with the hips, I wouldn't have thought of that. And you'll learn little things about mechanics, and it'll give you a little bit more confidence and experience with the software. So you might learn some extra tools that make it easier for you to work in the future when you are under a time crunch. But again, that's not for a demo reel, that's just an exercise. Next up, join a contest. Some of the best ways to learn anything or just to be creative is to force yourself in a certain time constraint to do something that's out of your comfort zone. So find a 24-hour or 48-hour film festival in your area, or if there's nothing going on where you live, the 11 Second Club is a website where they give you 11 seconds of dialogue and you animate something to go along with that. It's just a fun contest. I think there's some prizes, but either way, it's just something fun where you're given a prompt and you can tackle it however you'd like. Or if you don't want the competitive aspect, just make a short film, short project, something like that, but nothing crazy. I'm not telling you to make a 5-minute short with 8 characters. Just take 30 seconds or a minute with your character being a cube who can't speak. Super, super basic. Write a short little story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and go from there. If you have friends, ask them to be a part of it. If you don't have any friends, most of my shorts were done when I had no friends, and I did it anyways. So if you don't have any friends right now, I feel your pain, but it's no excuse. Make something cool. Another thing you could do is to step outside your comfort zone and just try something different. Don't animate, get away from the computer, and just try something in a different artistic medium. Grab some sketchbooks, some colored pencils, some crayons for all I care, finger paint, sculpt, grab some clay and do some actual sculptures, or download ZBrush and give that a free trial. Do something different than what you normally do that's creative, that'll push you to just expand your horizons and give yourself a break from what you're usually working on. You can try drawing a comic book, or go get some sidewalk chalk, or even some spray paint, but keep it legal. I don't need your mom calling me again. Or if you want to get really out of your comfort zone, this is a great tip, and I recommend all of you try this at some point when you can. Take a trip, get out of your regular environment. For some of you, this means grab a plane ticket and go somewhere cool, but for most people, this just means get in your car, get a bus ticket, a train ticket, or just take a really long walk, bring a sleeping bag, a camping tent, whatever you can. But it's not about going somewhere fancy, it's just about getting out of your regular rut. Bring a sketchbook, bring a camera, observe life, and just live a little. That way when you come back, you're relaxed, you feel energized, and you have some life that you've lived that you can now breathe into your work. And finally, number 11, stick with me through this one, is to watch all of my videos, every single one. And I'm not telling you this to watch all my videos. I mean, because there's very talented animators that are not me who have given their time to help with some of the tips in these videos, to give interviews, and to share their knowledge, their experience, their insights with you. And if you haven't gotten a chance to, watch and take notes through all of the interviews, I highly recommend take the time to watch everything. Because most of us don't have just an everyday chance to talk to these people and hear what they have to say. So these videos are an opportunity, and not just mine, there's lots of other videos on YouTube. And if you haven't seen my last video on other YouTubers, there's a lot of great stuff there as well. If you're gonna be watching stuff anyways, you might as well learn something from it. But no matter what you do this summer, try to have some fun. Even if summer means nothing different, it's just your regular day-to-day, you still have work, you still have everything else going on. This is the halfway point of the year to reflect on what you've been up to so far, see if you are happy with it, and make some changes. Or just keep going if you're having a blast. If you smile once during any of these things, it was worth it. But anyways, I hope these tips are helpful and that something here brings you value this summer and you get to do something exciting. And if you are thinking about taking the Epic Intensive, the link is down below if you want to check it out. I do recommend signing up before the spots are all gone and before you miss your chance. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great summer, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.